Hello and welcome to Tools to Create a Better Life with myself, Glenyce Hughes. Thank you so much for being here. I am so incredibly grateful for you. So this week's show, tools to profit from everything. Yes. Now, couple things. One, not totally related to what we're going to talk about today. And it does have the word profit. And I always like to speak about this, mostly for my business friends. However, you can use it in your personal life also. There is a book called Profit First by Mike. I can never remember his last name, but if you just Google Profit First, you will find it. I highly recommend that book, you guys. I have done videos on it. I have done other radio shows on it. It is that good. And it is not a typical book that I would maybe be sharing about. It's all about how to ensure you always profit in your business. So it breaks down to where you want to have 5 different accounts in your bank account. So in my bank account, I have sub accounts. So one is for my operating expenses, one is for wages, one is for taxes, one is for profit, and then one is the account that everything comes into. And then I go in and I take a percentage of that money that comes in and put it into those sub accounts. And in his book, he explains how you can find your percentage that will work best for you. Now, how many years ago did I do this? It was a number of years ago that I started this, like 2, 3, maybe 4. I don't think 4, but anyway, it's been a few years. The gift it has given me is beyond words, because what occurs is, and this is the analogy he uses in the book, so I'm probably going to butcher it, but I want to share it anyway, is the toothpaste analogy. So when you have a brand new toothpaste tube, you aren't really present probably with how much toothpaste you're using. And if some falls off of your brush and falls into the sink, big deal. But as you get closer to the end of the tube and you're maybe like really, really, really pushing it out and working really hard to get the last bits of it, you become super present and super aware of how much toothpaste you have, and you will not drop it into your sink because you've got to use every last bit. Now, maybe you're not like that, but it's a great analogy, because if we have, so let's say you have $10,000 in an account and you have, different bills coming in, and you have different possibilities that you would spend money on and all the things, it can feel like a really large, full tube of toothpaste. However, if you break that down and you take that $10,000 and you put 40% of it into your operating expenses, so now you've got $4,000 in operating expenses, and then let's say you put 15 into profit and 15 into taxes, and then the other 30 into wages. Now, let's say you've got a possibility come along that would cost you $5,000 that would fit in operating expenses. And you look at your operating expense account and you only have $4,000 in there. It doesn't mean you can't buy the thing or do the thing. That's not what this is about. What it does for me is it then inspires me to look at, how can I actualize the additional $1,000 in the operating expenses? Because every penny that comes in, well, I'll make it easier. Every dollar that comes in is percented out. So it's not like I just get another $1,000 and that goes to operating expenses. It doesn't. Only the percentage goes in. So it's a huge inspiration to me to always be out creating myself financially. The other thing, I don't scramble for tax money anymore. How does it get any better than that? Like, when taxes are due, I always have way more in there than I require, because I'm putting 15%. And that's my number that I put in for taxes is 15%. That's a lot in the way that taxes are for me, and the way we've incorporated my business and stuff. And I like that much in there. I like to have extra in those accounts. So anyway, I wanted to talk about that to start with, because profit, whenever I hear the word profit, I think of that book with so much gratitude. I only read the online, I listened to the audio. That's what I did. And I got the book from the library. So I didn't purchase it. I didn't keep it. I'm not much of, I don't like to have a lot of things around like that I know I won't refer to again like that. But however you want to do it, you can probably even find a lot of stuff, information about it for free. Again, I just highly recommend it. So on to profit and how to profit from everything. Now, this is inspired from the Choice of Possibilities manual that I received last year when I attended the class with Dane here, Dr. Dane here. If you're not familiar with those words or Dr. Dane here, you can check out accessconsciousness.com for more information about him, about all the tools from Access Consciousness. Gary Douglas and Dane here together are co-founders of Access. It's an amazing set of tools that can literally change your life. And I know because I've literally changed every area of my life with these magical tools. And I started using them back in 2011. So every year I attend at least one Choice of Possibilities class, which is a phenomenal class. First step in the series is you attend a bars class, then you attend a foundation, and then you can take many different classes, including Choice of Possibilities. So in there, and I just want to read a little bit here, the willingness to profit is the willingness to create a better world. Not willing to profit is that place where you think you have to give everything good away and you have to not get too much. So both quotes from the Choice of Possibilities book. Like, really get a sense of that, guys, because most of us are taught that we should really only profit from the work we do, and probably not even profit that much. Like, we should really work hard to profit that much. We should struggle. We should fight. We should, all the insanity, when this is a totally different idea, right? To the willingness to profit from everything and how that actually creates a better world. And I'm going to break it down in the way that I see it. So this may or may not read true for you, but this is the way that I see it when I look at that, is when I'm willing to profit from everything, what that actually is for me is I'm actually gifting and receiving. I'm being present. I'm being me. I'm gifting and I'm receiving. So there's no separation. There's no, okay, well, here's the work I do and I worked hard for it, so I deserve some profit here. And I didn't give enough here in this, I don't know, let's say it's a relationship, so I can't profit or something. I mean, I'm being a little bit silly with it, but you get the idea, where we do all of these judgments of, okay, this is what I need to do, and this is what will create the profit, and this is where I can't profit, and this is where I need to give everything. And like, there's so much decisions and conclusions and judgments and computations and all those clunky energies in that, rather than what if. Oh, wow. Okay, I was going to finish that sentence, but I'm going to run the clearing statement. Everything that just brought up, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So that clearing statement, again, if you're not familiar, if you go to theclearingstatement.com, you'll find out how it works. It's another tool from Access Consciousness, but it's basically like waving a magic wand. As I'm talking about this stuff, what's occurring in your world, whether you're aware of it or not, is all of the ideas that feel good to you or feel true to you or make sense to you. There's an energy of like, yeah. And all the ones that are like, no, I can't profit from a relationship. No, I have to work hard to profit. No, I like all of that. Sorry, pardon me. Well, all of that energy, there's a lot of clunky and resistant and all that stuff. And so when I run the clearing statement, it just whooshes it. Because ultimately, we're not looking to make profit right, and we're not looking to make it wrong. We're just looking to be aware of what is true for us with it and choose that. Whew. See all that stuff, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So a little bit more from the book here. It says, if you're not willing to have a profit in everything you do, then you're not willing to have something greater because of you doing it. The moment you are not willing to have something greater because of you choosing it, the more you are then defining the world as a limited universe that you will not create beyond. Everything that brought up, we destroy and uncreate at all times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So what profit could you have available to you if you used all the awareness you have? Everything that just brought up, we destroy and uncreate at all times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. That's called a clearing. So I'm going to run the clearing again. What profit could you have available to you if you used all the awareness you have? Everything that brings up, everything that you're not doing to use all that awareness to create profit, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And when you're willing to profit from everything, then you're willing to create a profit in anything. So again, we go back to that gifting and receiving. If I'm willing to profit, I'm willing to create the profit too. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Now, a lot of times when we talk about money stuff, which often when we talk about profit, that's where our head usually goes. Now, this conversation, of course, is going further. It's going beyond just the profit of money. It's profit in every area. And when we talk about money, there's a lot of stuff that comes up. There's a lot of these energies and points of views and resistances and reactions and all of it, and aligning and agreeing, of course, all of it. And that's why I talk about this stuff every week, guys. If you didn't know, I've had a radio show since 2013. You can find it if you've got a favorite app. You can search the previous one. It's called The Glenyce Show. And those are all of them up, I think, until 2017 or 2018. And then the recent show in the last few years, it's called Tools to Create a Better Life. Otherwise, you can find it on YouTube. You can find it on my Facebook pages, in my Facebook groups, all the places. So, and again, on any apps for podcasts. So you can search those and find all of them. But that's what we do with this. We have these conversations to bring up that stuff, even the stuff we're not aware that's there. And then we let it clear. And we run the clearing statement. And sometimes just us being aware of it, sometimes us even looking at it differently, going, wow, I could profit from everything. That can start to unwind and, destroy and create all of the stuff that held us not profiting from everything before. Yeah. So I would love to invite you to Online Foundation. We've got one starting February 19th to the 23rd. It is the morning here in North America, so 8 a.m. until noon Mountain Time. So depending on where you are in the world, you can find the link somewhere. And also, when you go to that link, you'll find the time link, so you can find it in your area also. And then I have actually set the dates for the Pool Party Foundation. So every year since we moved to this beautiful acreage that has a swimming pool, I've had a pool party bars and foundation. So those are coming up in July. And again, find the link for the exact dates and times for that information. If you've got any questions, let me know. But basically, all of this stuff that I talk about on the radio, well, pretty much all the stuff I talk about on the radio show, all the access consciousness related stuff is what we talk about in Foundation. And we dive deeper into all of these ideas and thoughts and considerations and all the magic tricks so that you can then move forward and create the life that you didn't even know was possible. That's what I look at every day for myself, and I celebrate every day. I am living a life that I didn't even know was possible. Like, truly, how does it get any better than that? And that is from the use of these tools. So not just taking a class and learning about them and then not using them, it's actually using them too. Yes. So back to profit. What profit could you make that you're not acknowledging? You might want to start asking that every day, guys. What profit could I make here that I'm not acknowledging? What that does is it gets us, one, into the acknowledgement or the recognition that we could actually be choosing to have a profit in this, whatever it is, whether it's business related thing, whether it's a relationship related thing, whether it's a body relationship, or I guess body relationship thing, whatever it is, you can actually be receiving profit from everything. So the title of this show is called Tools to Receive Profit from Everything. And so that's one of the tools. Start asking, what profit could I make here that I'm not acknowledging? And I always talk about this, and I'll keep talking about it, but please make sure that you are reminding yourself throughout the day to ask the question. So make sure that you've got some sort of a reminder app on your phone or sticky notes up around the house, whatever it is, so that you're remembering to ask this question. Because again, it's a great idea, but you actually require to be asking it. So what do you need to put in place to make sure you're asking it throughout the day? Sometimes you pair things with when you're brushing your teeth or when you're showering, or things that you do every day that you maybe aren't having to put a lot of energy into thinking about it, so that you can be using these tools in ways. So this is one of those tools. Another tool to receive profit from everything is ask every day, maybe again, multiple times throughout the day, universe, show me the profit I can gift and receive here. Maybe not here. Universe, show me the profit. Universe, show me the profit that I can gift and receive today. Ask it that way. Here is more like in this moment, but when I, at least for me personally, when I ask the universe, I like to leave it open to throughout the day. So the first question, what profit can I make here? I'm not acknowledging. So you're asking it in that moment of right now, right here. So even right now, as you're listening to this or watching it, it's also available on video. So if you're, ask this right now. So with me, what profit could I make here I'm not acknowledging? Yeah, because even watching or consuming content in whatever way you like to do it, you could actually be profiting. Mm-hmm. And then again, the other tool, every day, all day, throughout the day, once a day, whatever you want, universe, show me the profit that I can gift and receive today. Yeah. And then before you go to bed at night, and I'll share this two ways actually. So this, you could say, anywhere I uninvited profit today, I destroy and uncreate it all, and then run the clearing statement, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. The other way that you might have heard, if you're familiar with Access, you might have heard this tool, is anywhere I've uninvited money today. So you could do both, however, or one or whatever. But what you're doing is you're acknowledging that there's been times throughout the day that you didn't allow yourself to receive the profit you could have. And you're clearing that. So tomorrow, when more possibilities to gift and receive profit show up, you're going to be more apt to receive it. So same idea with money. If you're using it that way, everywhere I've uninvited money today, I destroy and uncreate it all. And then same idea, it just clears that. So you'll start to be more and more aware of the profit and the money that you could actually be receiving. Yeah. And I also love to turn what I would like into what I call asks. So the way that I ask is, again, using a tool from Access Consciousness, what energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, and possibilities can me and my body be to gift and receive more profit than I've ever been willing to gift or receive before. Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, I destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Now, those are a lot of words, guys. So if you are not on my email list, you might want to get there. There'll be a link somewhere to do that, because what you get is the show notes. Every week, every radio show comes with a transcript of everything I said in the show, except maybe some ums. Hopefully those are taken out. But see, And so all of these clearings, all the things I'm saying, all the things you might want to have, in more of a note form, they're sent out every Sunday when the radio show comes out. You can also access them right on the radio show page on my webpage, glenycehughes.com. You'll see at the top, it says radio show, but you might just prefer them in the PDF that they come via my email list. So there you go. Yes. So what profit have you been refusing that you truly could be choosing, that if you would choose it, would manifest as everything you're asking for showing up as if by magic? Everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, receive, and receive the profit. Now, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah. The other thing is, as I'm talking and you're, maybe the whole profit conversation and you're feeling like icky about it, another tool, and I talk about this one all the time because it's so helpful in every situation, is a tool that we call interesting point of view. So if you get really you just want to shut this show off, or maybe you keep trying to listen to it, but you can't, and you got to keep shutting it off because you get annoyed. When you're playing it, what you can do in your head or out loud, whatever's comfortable, just repeat over and over. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Over and over until there's some space for you with that. Because what occurs is, as I'm talking about something like profit, it can be anything. We could have this go on at the grocery store, just with the amount of people around us or whatever. It doesn't have to be specific to somebody talking about something. But what comes up is all the points of views. And those points of views can be really limiting because you're locked into it. That's why you get annoyed or frustrated with it. When you're willing to be interesting point of view by saying it over and over, you're just letting all of that stuff dissolve. You just get to where you be allowance for it all. Doesn't mean you buy it all as real and true. And it doesn't mean that you have it be the way you live the rest of your life. It just gives you space to actually be aware of what is true for you with it. Yeah, so everything that brings up, we just start uncreated all times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And I wonder what it would be like to receive profit from everything. And that's the last tool for today's show. I wonder. The more you wonder, guys, you be the Wonder Woman or the Wonder Man you truly be, the more your life will expand. Because we're wondering, I wonder what it would be like to receive profit from everything. I wonder what that would be like. Because as you're wondering, you're actually starting to create it. Whew. So everything you haven't been willing to wonder about that would actually create it, showing up as if by magic, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Awesome, guys. One last thing, and depending on when you're listening to this might be live or it might be just available in my store afterwards. I'm also doing a one-off Zoom call called Choosing Peace with Money. So if that sounds fun, you can find the link somewhere. And I look forward to chatting again next week, guys. Have a great one. And I wonder what magic is possible for us this week that has never been possible before.